Здравствуйте, товарищ, and welcome once more to my beautiful and humble home. I knew you would return after your last visit. After all, who can resist the allure of such a place? Come, there is much to show you. You'll remember perhaps the old coal mines and power plants of Party Power, with its plumes of smoke that represent the perseverance of our forefathers supplying the nation with much-needed electricity? Or perhaps you recall the mines of Moria, the ones that harness the nation's bountiful iron deposits, yes, but also those that dig up more and more coal for the nearby twin power plants, much like their sibling at Party Power. Well, our great nation is on the verge of putting these symbols of the past to rest in the hopes of replacing them with a sign of the future. Over at PartyElite, a new technology developed by the smartest minds in the nation will be ushering in a new era of clean energy. Nuclear energy. See, it's new and clear, not old and murky, hence we call it nuclear energy. Our scientists, Tovarish, are also wordsmiths. Already the neighboring town of Smolenets is powered by harnessing the winds, and between the wind, the sun, and the atom, our nation will no longer need the coal power plants, and we can instead export those resources to our friends in the West, who might one day join us in our nuclear energy efforts. Oh, but what's that in the distance? Well, my friend, a new era of transportation is upon us as well. You might remember the construction offices of Veterinkagrad, just at the border of Party Power, or perhaps the construction offices of Zavodsk, just across the river south. You know, the ones that were responsible for the construction of our glorious capital and the grand city of Uprisinggrad? Well, as our nation grew larger and larger, our ministers realized the need for faster construction, and so they had our top minds develop the helicopter. Not only does this allow us to move construction resources and workers by air, it has also allowed us to fight fires and bring people to hospitals by air too. These aren't like the planes at the airport that need massive runways to take off and land. No. They're able to vertically take off and land in the tightest of spaces. Such marvels of technology since last you were here, Tovarish. But let's take our head out of the clouds. There's still much to talk about on the ground. In fact, you may have noticed these new roads towering above the ground itself. Well, you see, as our nation has continued to grow, we needed to make sure that all people would be able to travel wherever they would like without hassle. And so these highways, as we call them, allow the people to travel longer distances more easily, ensuring the city roads are never congested and are able to operate smoothly at all times. Work on these roads still continues, as you can see, but that is to be expected. Our nation's growth will never end, so how can we halt the connections being made? And to ensure the ever-growing population is able to actually use these roads, high and low, well, a second automobile manufacturing plant has been established, and they work with such great efficiency and pace that our nation now exports cars by sea, just as it continues to export all other great surpluses that this bountiful land allows us to produce. From the oil fields of Primo and the processing counterpart of Petrograd, to the iron and steel production facilities of Restinsky and Oksalinsky, we build the future of the nation. The manufacturing at Trainreksky and farming across the land ensures the people are fed and clothed. The new TV and radio stations of St. Elitsburg and Studensky ensure the people are kept well informed, while the massive university campus at St. Elitsburg works to keep the people educated, working in tandem with the technical universities at Veterinkagrad and Uprisinggrad, as well as the medical university at Studensky. And to ensure all this and more continues to run smoothly, my friend, we are in the middle of constructing new offices for the ministers, overlooking the nation from up on high. But forgive me, I've shown you all this but spoken nothing of the tourist destinations I'm sure you're dying to see. From the beach resorts of the capital to the Central Park at Uprisinggrad, or perhaps the upcoming ski town of Perovsky, there is, as always, so much to do in the nation if you're just coming to visit. Hotels to see, restaurants and pubs to eat at, and cultural experiences. There is so much. You'd have to book a whole month of vacation if your supervisor at home would let you. But why only visit? Come, stay, enjoy a beautiful life in our beautiful nation, where the past is joyous and bright, and the future even brighter. Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. After a short vacation, we are back to our glorious nation, having taken a look at our glorious past, turning our gaze to a most glorious future. for a most glorious episode. Episode 200, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely wild to think about. There is a lot to accomplish today, so I will not bore you with a prolonged introduction. Just want to mention one thing really quickly, and that is that, of course, if you've been enjoying this series for its last 200 episodes, and you're hoping for 200 more, please don't hesitate to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I go about doing it. So please don't hesitate to let me know how you feel about Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. And folks, if you've been enjoying this series on the channel, and maybe some of the other content as well, you might want to potentially consider either becoming a channel member or patron. Links to both are in the description down below. There is, of course, never any obligation. That's why I try not to mention it too often. But if you'd like to support the channel in that way, please don't hesitate to do so, because it really does help with these longer running series. It really helps keep the channel alive and running smoothly, as I like to say. So yeah, link to both of those are in the description down below. Again, just mentioning it that, once a month as I try to keep it, because just to reiterate, there is absolutely no pressure, folks. It really does just help me, sustain some of these longer running series. Anyway, folks, that's enough chatter. Let's get to work. I can't believe it's episode 200. I cannot believe it's episode 200. Absolutely wild. It's supposed to be a 10-episode mini-series, and here we are. First order of business, though, is to get some names down. I'm sure you heard some of them during the little introduction that we did there, a little introductory tourism tour video part 2, I suppose you could call it. Had a hard time coming up with a script for this one. It was interesting trying to deciding whether I wanted it to be a follow-up to our first one or if I wanted it to be its own standalone thing. Let me know what you think about this one. I quite enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed the last one as well at 175. Hopefully it does a good job of recapping the differences between 175 and 200, while also letting any new viewers know exactly what's going on and what to expect. Though of course, if you have any questions, let me know down below, and I will happily answer those questions. So Karakali over here, or Karatali, I suppose, is actually PartyElite. PartyElite? I'm gonna have to get the pronunciation of that just right, because obviously I know I think we all know what the reference is, but how do you PartyElite? PartyElite, I suppose? PartyElite. Either way, there it is. Established January 26, 2003, renamed on the 3rd of July. Oh, what are the chances? What are the chances it's the 3rd of July? This was meant to be. I promise you I did not remember the date when, when all these delays happen and stuff, for which, again, I do apologize, but I'm sure if you follow me on Discord or you've seen it on Twitter, it's been a wild couple of weeks, but what are the chances that this would happen? Anyway, so that's PartyElite. Let's go ahead and rename Modred over here as well. Modred will, from now on, be known as Smolenets. Now, this is a... in Czech, I believe it's a Smolenets with a C. However, for my ease of use, it has been transliterated, let's say, to Smolenets, which is the Czech term for uraninite. Uraninite, am I saying that correctly? So, Smolenets it shall be. And apart from that, we also have up over here, it's so far away, I keep forgetting how far away it is, up over here, our little tourist destination. I got this name suggestion, I think the day we first established this area, and immediately I was like, alright, well that's what it's gonna have to be, isn't it? You kidding me? Perovsky? Perovsky, that's just, I kind of like, come on. So this is gonna be a little ski village that we're establishing up top over here, hopefully before episode 300 comes around. But for today, for episode 200, I would love to see these 2 cooling towers power up alongside the, reactor itself. I would love to see us have nuclear power kick off this session, folks. There's a little bit of construction left up over here. We've got people down over here. We've got the bus down over here as well, the bus stop, rather, I should say, down over here, without power supply, though, so we should maybe consider getting some more wind turbines set up over here to get power. We got power over there. What is the range on these guys? Let me just quickly check over here. Infrastructure. Nope. Construction. Energy related. Big wind. Yeah, I guess we could probably pop one down like somewhere up over here or something, just to get some more power down over here and keep this thing powered, get some more power over here as well, perhaps. I guess we could get the big wind power plant. These are the big ones. Pop you down somewhere like that, I suppose. We're gonna hook this up later. It's temporary until we get nuclear power, I think. Let's pop you down over there. Go ahead and make sure the construction offices are, well, constructing it. And then we'll get a bus up over here to try and get people driven from this bus stop up to this one, and then working, hopefully, at some of these spots, right? Because from over here, they're able to get to where? They're able to get to that mine down there. They're not able to get to anything up over there, for real? Oh, right, there's this bus stop for that, right? Yes. Able to operate all of these, and then there's this bus stop up over here as well for everything up here. Now, we're not going to have enough people for all this, so we actually have to build everything else up over here as well. Because, I mean, 37 plus 61, 90, what, 98 people? That's not enough to operate everything over here. So let's go ahead and get some of these things built up as well. Again, I mean, we were holding off until all this got properly established, but of course we, you know, didn't realize people were going to be moved over here without us having full control over it, so things got a little ahead of us, I would say, over here, and we now have to try and play catch-up while also hoping to get enough people up over here to get this running. Hopefully I'm being crystal clear with everything I'm expressing over there. If I'm not, then as we execute, you will see exactly what I'm talking about, or at least that's the hope. What I'm trying to get at is we need to assign all these construction offices, including the helicopter construction office, yes, gotta assign all those construction offices up to some of these houses over here. I was gonna say the statue can wait, but let's be honest, it can't. We get these houses built up, and then hopefully, much like what happened with these two houses, people will automatically be dropped off over here. Otherwise, we might need to actually force people, like move people over here, I mean. Not force people, we don't force people around these parts. We need to move people over to here so that they're able to work all these mines and processing plants and all that. What had happened initially was that these two buildings got built, people got moved in automatically, and we didn't have any, you know, source of education, no fire stations, nothing. We had nothing here. And we need to make sure everything's kind of operating smoothly over here as we start to build more and more places in case people get automatically added here before I'm able to prepare for it. Okay, I think that was clear. Anyway, folks, let's take a quick look at our population statistics at the beginning of episode 200 over here. 87,000 is our actual population. If we take a look at this year as a whole, I believe that is on the uptick, as you can see. We were relatively recently having some issues with a couple of these things, but it does look like those issues are now behind us, which is great to see, and we are continuing to see improvement across the board as well. Of course, hopefully, government loyalty, it looks like it's kind of stabilizing. I would like it to go higher. We'll see what we can do about that. But our unemployment is relatively high right now, close to its all-time highs, I think, actually, if we take a look at our all. Yeah, very much so. We'll need to try and pull that down. Hopefully some of this construction that's going on up over here will help with that. But apart from that, though, education and all that's looking pretty good, I think. We have decent university education. We've got decent basic education. The no education number is high, but again, it includes babies and things like that as well, right? Let's not forget. And the growth rate of the nation is looking fantastic, which is why you can, of course, expect to see a lot of uneducated babies walking around, you know. But that's all good. I think overall we're doing quite well. Our economy is looking fantastic as well. Over 200 million rubles. Mad to think about. On that note, let's hit play. Again, I might double speed most of the session today just to try and get some of this stuff done. But there is a little bit of, like, some things I want to tackle before I get to that. Oh, actually, this is a pretty full up place. What's the... See, I was talking about potentially establishing a... oh, it's nice to see construction vehicles or mechanisms being brought around like this. I was tempted to establish another on-off ramp somewhere over here to make it easier for... or to make it more likely that people would actually use this highway from this middle section over here and from, like, over here. But then in my annotations, you might have noticed I mentioned that instead I could maybe put down a parking lot over here, and that would maybe connect people to the nearest parking lot over here, and then they would maybe daisy chain, you know, off to different parking lots at Brixtonia and Zavodsk and everything like that. It looks like it would work that way. It looks like daisy chaining does in fact work in the game. So my only concern is that this doesn't seem to have... It seems too far away, I guess, to connect to these guys. I wish I could see distances and, like, mark it in a different color to say where these guys can't get to. Anyway, let's go ahead and establish a parking lot. Let's go ahead and actually first establish some upgrades over here. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get the asphalt road. think I should be able to auto-build without... okay. Go ahead and turn on auto-build, and let's go ahead and establish some of these connections, because that might make the difference that I needed to make, you know? That might be all I need over here. Get all these guys hooked up, and see if that does the trick. Why are you driving through this parking lot like that? The reason why that might help is because this obviously means higher speed movement. And so... Nah, no such luck. Okay, fair enough. Let's go ahead and establish... Whoops. Let's go ahead and establish the modded parking lots up over here. Again, I'm going to make like a gas station kind of a thing, like a stop, you know, off the highway, that kind of a thing, somewhere up over here. Maybe up over here. Infrastructure or height issues, it looks like. Oh no, we can flatten the train here. I doubt I'll be able to. Yep. I'll turn on auto build to flatten. Again, I just kind of want to get this done and then move on to... Well, actually, come to think of it, a lot of stuff is operating pretty smoothly right now as far as the nation's like needs are concerned. We're not really in that position where we have to micromanage too much. I mean, we definitely want to expand our highway a bit further, right? We want to keep the highway going out this way and maybe make another, I keep forgetting the word, junction? Interchange over here. But apart from that, it's kind of like waiting for this stuff to be developed so we can start moving up this way and then establishing, you know, fields and farms and import of crops and food and stuff. So I want to go ahead and double speed it. And I might actually auto-build this parking lot for testing purposes, right? So let's go ahead and pop you down like this. Seems safe. The worst that could happen. Come on, there we go. There's that sweet spot, let's call it. Pop you down there. And let's see from over here, do we have... No. It's so strange. Is it really that far away to get to this guy? I mean, I guess so. That's 1,500. Yeah, I guess that's a much longer distance than I'd initially anticipated. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So I'll stick to my original plan then. Let's go ahead and get rid of this parking lot because it really doesn't make sense. And I might establish it elsewhere. I do want to have, like, stops off the highway and all that kind of stuff. However, I want to make sure they actually, you know, make sense of where they end up. That pass through, I guess, and then we'll go ahead and where they end up isn't like where I place them, I mean. So yeah, I guess people will be able to get onto the highway over here behind this hospital. That makes sense. This is a kind of a major hospital, so that kind of makes sense, right? You can get on and off over here. You know, now that I think about it, I guess it does make sense to have an interchange. Interchange, is that the word? I don't know why it keeps slipping my mind. It does make sense to kind of have one in this general area. It is quite a distance. It is a bit of a bummer because then these two will feel a little too close. But okay, let's... How long am I going to have to wait before I can actually demolish this? Let's wait for these few trucks to go past us. And we'll demolish this one, and we'll demolish the one above after that last truck up top there. Huge section of highway. There we go, you're gone. So much money. That's so much money. It is really cool, though, to see all this working. Like, to see these guys being used. It is fantastic to see. Got a fire over here, that shouldn't be a problem. Now, actually, while we're talking about fires... Oh my god, we should export some of these vehicles. I really should move these fire trucks up over here, at least the one for now, just so we have local firefighters. And I'm still not sure if... Okay, good. People are now working here. Oh, but that's because I assigned this destination to them. I told them to go and work over here. But at least people are now going to be getting food and meat and clothes over here. Electronics not yet coming up over here, but maybe eventually we'll arrange that. But that's definitely... curious about why people weren't automatically going there to work. Hopefully that's something that'll be sorted. I don't want to say automatically, but something that's already been sorted, I guess, by virtue of a bug being maybe patched. Now, on the topic of patches, there was a new update that came out with regards to what's coming next for the game. Nothing is out yet. However, they are discussing the next kind of update that's going to be coming and the features that are going to be coming with it. Very exciting times. They are working away at establishing a police force and how the police will work in this game. So really excited to see how they get all that going. I'm sure it'll be just as intricate and in depth as everything else that this game has done so far. So I'm really curious to see how they make it work. and all the moving parts that'll come with it. This is actually very far from ideal. Can I get rid of this section? No, we got a vehicle up over there. Let's let that vehicle pass. Get rid of you. Alright. Go ahead and phone these guys over. By the way, I apologize if I sound a little out of it. Like I was saying, this has been a wild couple of weeks just in life in general. This weekend was honestly, this episode almost also had to be delayed once again. But I just got my shot earlier today, and I feel perfectly fine. But I do feel a little fuzzy, and I think some of that is coming through. And I apologize if that's the case. But I also really didn't want to keep anybody waiting for longer. You've already been waiting for so very long, and I apologize for that. And I thank you for your patience. But I wanted to make sure that we got this episode out today. And I think we're all right overall, but if I sound a little like, like earlier I was maybe over-explaining the situation at Smolenets, well, that's why. It's because I'm a little concerned that maybe I'm being a little unclear at times because of the my current fuzziness. And I always want to be clear. It's nothing major. It's just a little bit of a fog, if you will. It's definitely a funny feeling. I'm not used to feeling this way, but I can happily say I got my second shot, and that's behind me now, and excited for everything the future has to hold, both for the return to a regular schedule for workers and resources and just life in general. But yes, again, I just wanted to let y'all know in case you're like wondering why Party sounds out of it today. That's why. That is why. All right, let's go ahead and clone this again. I'm just hoping be able to fit. No, can't get it. Can't get it. I gotta like push up a bit further. Can I like tuck you in over here maybe? No, you're not liking that, eh? Alright, look. I might have to build this, like redo this from scratch over here. It's funny how perfectly smoothly it worked out elsewhere, but how it refuses to work out over here. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. We can work with this, we can work this. So how do I want to do this? Let's go ahead and establish the raised train over here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually hit play. I'm going to let time move forward. Because I would love if we're able to get the nuclear power plant up and running today. I don't think we'll be able to. I'm glad it's been built. I think that's cool enough to have got done by episode 200. But it'd be great if we could also get it up and running on this episode, you know? I think that would be the cherry on top, as it were. Let's maybe lower this a bit. I don't think we need to be that high, right? Just trying to match the height of this, where this highway kind of already is right now. Get back. Let's go ahead and get. If I do pull this up to here, go like this. Come on. There we go. Can I pull you down to the ground there? Looks like it, kind of. Right, do this kind of a thing. Not auto building, yep. Road would not extend because there's a sudden steep descent apparently. Okay, great. So that's just not high enough. Because I could have kept it where it was before. There we go, that'll hopefully do the trick. I've been enjoying establishing these highways. But I've seen some comments with regards to like making the need to make sure that I keep switching it up. 100% agreed. I want to make sure that I don't get too bogged down, in doing one thing and then other things get left behind. 100%. So let me know if you feel one way or another about how much time we're spending on a specific thing from time to time. But this is definitely one of those huge undertakings for our nation that we've been pursuing for a while, I guess. What is this like little bump over here, isn't it? Right, from center. Drop this down over here. Hopefully that gives us enough room to play over here. And that does the trick. Let's see. We're not to build off before I make a horrendous mistake. There we go. Okay. If I put you down over, let's say, here. I think I will want to drop this a bit. There we go. Just to make sure the road actually, like, looks right, you know? I don't like when... Like, the game's visuals are alright. There are some things that can be a little janky, and so I want to make sure that when I can avoid the jank, I avoid the jank, you know? Put you down like that. Get you coming up this way. We are snapping. There. Snap down to... Nope, gotta lower this terrain a little bit. Not a problem. Hopefully that's by enough. Can I... Oh, come on now. Cancel these guys. Go ahead and lower terrain, auto build. I gotta cancel them, or I gotta like do the whole song and dance with the menus, right? To prevent auto building the highway by mistake. And I don't know. So sometimes that goes horribly wrong, as I think we saw last time a little bit. Okay, go ahead and establish this up to here. Let's go. Guess I can go further. Nah, I like it up to here. More expensive to build the bridge, right? And the snap is on. Let's go ahead up to there and then up to here. Yep. Then the road continues straight for a while over here. Quite a bit of distance we can go without lifting up again, I suppose, right? And we'll lift up again right afterwards. So if we keep going straight out over here, straight out over here as well, snap is on. How do we want to do this? We want to go ahead and establish a connection over here, perhaps? Because that's my thinking, right, is to have, like, what is this? This is our theater back over here. So it's another good spot, like the theater, the hospital. It's a good spot to have, like, easy access to some of these things, I think, right? Let's do that. What do we got over here? This guy comes up and around. Use that as a bit of a reference, I guess. Turn snap off so we can get better angles. I think we're going to have to do a bit of flattening. So over to construction, right from center, auto build. I'm trying to not auto build the roads. Let's go ahead and use a lower terrain option instead because it's faster. Oh, there we go, there we go. I think we still have some jamming to the south. I'll have to really sit down with that. Again, I didn't want to get bogged down with that this session. We'll sit down with that some other time and sort it out. I'll probably sort it out between sessions, and then I'll deal with it. There it is. I knew I was going to make that mistake. Cancel construction. Cancel construction. Love it. It's frustrating because I also like seeing the construction instructions in white. But what do you... It's just clearer to me than this kind of like yellowish kind of tone. What are you going to do? Okay, it's not the end of the world. Can I fit these guys too steep of an incline? Alright. Go ahead and drop these guys down a bit more. Might actually have to cancel this this section of bridge. Keep back there. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, not down over here. Maybe, can we actually get down over here? Too steep of an incline. I get like... trying to find that sweet spot down here first. Where we can... Oh, overlaps. I don't think it'll work over here. I think it's too close to the overpass. There we go. Way up to there. Need to clean that up a little bit. But overall, this is working. Yeah, sure. Like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at this train over here. I know exactly what's going on. Oh, actually, I don't. This is a different problem than what I expected. Alright, I'm glad I checked this. Oh, you know what? This might be why our unemployment is through the roof right now. I thought I sorted this out last time. Or a couple sessions ago now. But I guess not. Up over here, this fire will be fought very easily. That's a non-issue, I think. Go ahead and double speed. Yeah. Pull you around this way. Go ahead and flatten this a bit. Again, we don't have to worry about auto building being on when we're making like dirt roads, right? Wonder if I can't. That. Move this out a little bit. So it kind of like drops down a bit more cleanly. There we go, like that. Beauty. If you're going straight. Like so. This is such a much wider connection than this. This is so like tight. You know? Because I guess, well, I guess what I could do is I could pull this in a bit. Do this kind of a thing. That is an option. Pull this up like that. There you go. Sure, feels a little bit tighter. And then this would come down over here. And then over here we would have this connect like down this way. I wonder if this is too steep. Paths are too steep there. Pull this back a bit. Steep of a descent. I need to smooth this out a bit. Pull that. Pull that. My raised terrain over here. Basically pull it down over here instead. See if we can't. Nope, that's not gonna fly. Use the train a bit. We gotta be careful because we want to make sure this road's able to get past as well, right? There's a couple of things going on over here. Pull you... There we go. Like so. Pull you around like so. Lower that a bit. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this. There we go. Close. Close. Sure, that might work. And I don't mind this looking different from the other one that we were trying to clone previously, obviously. I don't mind that at all. Just was referencing that earlier. So again, if you're coming in from this side, you're able to get off, come down this way. Right, that's the plan over here. Yep. How do you get back on? You get back on this other side. I'm going to try and make this as symmetrical as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, but... a little bit of symmetry never hurt anybody. Other infrastructures in the way. You are the infrastructure in the way, buddy. There we go. Too steep of a descent. Not a problem. What are we looking at? That's what we're looking at. And raise this a bit. Okay. Again, it's going to be a little janky, but I've learned to accept that from time to time. From time to time. Come on. There we go. Smooth that out. Up, down over there. Cool. Now I should be able to do that. Should be able to do that. Come on. Go. Pull this straight down. Pull this straight down. I guess I can't snap because it creates a very ugly shape. So that's that. And then what about the other side? We got to get this thing to go all the way around, right? Yeah. Similar concept here. Be pulling you down this way. And now from here... It's funny, I have like certain directions that I like drawing roads in, I suppose. That's why you'll kind of see me prefer like drawing them in specific directions. I thought I had you green somewhere. Alright. Let's see. What's up over here? Because we're trying to get this up, over, and around. We gotta lower, I think, some of this. Pull this road back a bit. Fly back a bit as well. Go ahead and lower train over here. So we can actually get the overpass started right away. Right. Keep this thing low over here. Height from center. Keep this low, and then it kind of creeps up over there. Let's see. Goes up to there. Loop you around this way. Out to about here. Then looping back up this way. We'll have to be careful about that because it's going to flatten that in its entirety. I don't know if we can go over that. Let's see. Pull this back. It's pulling it up too high. Almost certainly. Lower this a bit. See what that does for us. Come on now. Lower still. I know we can make this work. We've done it before countless times now. A matter of knowing where the limits are. So there you go. And hopefully the overpass can go over this. Otherwise it's not much of an overpass. And pull you up. How do we do on the other side? Kind of loops in tightly there, right? And we do that kind of thing. I think it looks, oof. Oof. It's so bad. The tighter this is, though, the closer it appears to the AI, right? As like a viable option. Is the thing. Very important to keep in mind. It's like at the end of the day, we're making these roads not for aesthetic, but for the AI to understand what I need it to do. That's all well and good. Wonder if I can't make this a bit tighter, actually. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and see if this works. It does. It does, okay. So fine. Surely I'm able to make this work. See what we can do. Pull you down to here. Come on now. Of course, the sun had to set. Pull this back a little bit. Lower it a bit, sure. I'm okay with that. That kind of a thing. Not the biggest fan of this shape, I'll be honest with you. Electricity problems, it's okay. Not the end of the world. I know where those issues are. That's fine. Like this kind of a thing, sure, that looks a bit better. Pull you in. Like that, I suppose. And then I kind of want to clean this up a little bit. Just like go out a little bit further. Didn't I just say that I was done being particular about this kind of stuff? Sorry, folks. That might have turned out to be a bit of a lie. I didn't mean it to be. Alright, if this doesn't fly, I'll go with what I end up with here. Up to there, up to there. Sure, that feels closer. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. Alright. Concrete bridge. Where you at? Let's get you hooked up over here. No, infrastructure's in the way. That's the thing. I had a feeling about this. About this section over here. And this section up over here especially. Gotta lower this a bit. Probably lower this a lot, actually. And then, again, whatever we end up with, we end up with. The thing is, though, as much as I can say that, and as much as I'd like to say that, the fact of the matter is that if we just kind of accept our fate, the AI won't actually be able to use what we're making for it, because it'll end up being the longer route, and if it's a longer route, it's not the path of least resistance, and then, you know, we have a highway that just sits there and does absolutely nothing. It's obviously far from ideal. Poorly, this must work. Visually, no, but functionally. Will you want to move a descent, it says. Off this up a bit. Okay, there we go. And this hook up, too sharp of a turn. Up like that. And we do this kind of a thing here. Road instantly turned to mud. God, come on now. There. I'm gonna have to like clean these up, right? I wonder how I can do that. Maybe when I upgrade it. Anyway, and I don't know if this road will actually work. Back this up a bit. There we go. Concrete bridge. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Ooh. Doesn't like that curve. That gives us a bit of jank at the end there, but you know what? I think I'll have to accept that. But of course, this won't work. Works all the way except right there when we get to the edge there. Okay, what happens if I cancel this? And we're at double speed? We are. Okay, good. I just want to make sure the other stuff was being done, you know? This won't fly. Alright. No surprise there, I guess. Kind of had a feeling, right? Kind of had a feeling. Go ahead and lower the train here a bit more. I'm surprised the other side worked so easily. It created this false sense of security, I think. But I was like, oh, hey, yeah, what do you know? We can do this. Lies. All lies. Still not fine for me. Okay. Work with me, buddy. Come on now. Work with me. The more I lower this, the further out I have to go with the lowering. Okay, how about that? Descent. Going this way. Here we go. You know the definition of insanity. When you do the same thing over and over again and then somehow it ends up working out. Okay, wonderful. That actually worked out nicely. I was tempting fate by poking fun of myself, and it worked out. Alright, great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and hook you up over there. Go ahead and hook you up over here. Does that work? well enough. Am I the biggest fan of this, upward slope? No, but we'll make it work. It's fine. This works out, that works out. Okay, cool. If you're driving in, let's go ahead and hook this up over here, I think. Flatten that. I wonder if I want to keep this rounded or if I want to harden this angle. We can keep it rounded. Put a park or something down there, you know. Or make this the parking lot, it's a little gas stop, something like that. Now, how do we do this? Up like that, and like... That's okay, I can back this up, no problem. Be fine. Famous last words. Why do you not want to work? Hook you up like that. Maybe hook you up over here. Pull you out like that. Hook you up like that? Sure, I'll take it. So if you want to go on... Right? Yeah. You can go on that way. Off that way. Coming this way, you come off this way. You get on that way. Okay, yeah, that looks like it works. Looks like it works. Okay, good. I wonder if I need to do this highway section in parts. No, it looks like we're okay. One thing I could do is I could raise the terrain, but I don't think that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense at all. Alright, cool. That was an adventure and a half. Not perfectly centered, but look. It's fine. No, it's not. This is a problem, though. Just realized I would want this to stick out a bit. And over here as well. Got a bit. Just because I feel like it would look a little bit cleaner. Without too much effort. I'm gonna check. I'm scrolling the mouse over here. You can't tell. Because it's... Yeah, I can barely see that yellow. Feel those yellow pips moving at the end there. Gonna hook these guys up. Alright. Auto build? I think so. I really hope this works. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and fund the construction from rubles. Go ahead and upgrade these guys as well at the same time. So let's go. And this doesn't work, then that'll be priceless. That would be absolutely priceless. Hook you up to there. Hook you up to here. Get this hooked up there. This hooked up to... There we go. What is this? Some other infrastructure's in the way. There we go. Good. We could get the problem here. Come on now. I'm gonna upgrade the road. It shouldn't be causing this many issues. Hook you up, hook you up. I know I gotta do these in parts, but this last guy... There we go. Beauty. And good. It has cleaned up the little dots. That's nice. One way. So this is going one way. Now I know I don't have to do the whole thing, but I don't find the arrows to be that ugly. They're not perfect, but I quite kind of like the arrows all the way through the road. Well, I don't know if I'm the only one who feels that way. Let's get all these hooked up. Good to see these trucks already using the road, so that's nice. Get you hooked up going this way. Get these guys. Alright, so you want to come down, you come down this way. You go up this way. Hook you up and hook you up. There we go. Alright. Please tell me these connections actually make a difference. They do not. But if we get a parking lot in the area, surely it'll make a difference. Small parking lot behind our theater here. Road connection. Sure, we'll make one. Able to do infrastructure. Fantastic. More of these buildings need to be without footprints. That's the wrong direction. Wait. That explains why I wasn't connecting. Get our modded parking lot. There we go. Hook you up like so. Not connecting. Too much of a drop in height, it looks like. Over here we got a connection, though. Try and line it up, basically. There we go. Go ahead and pay for this one. See what that does for us. This surely has connections. Yes, this does. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. And again, from our understanding, daisy chaining parking lots is a thing. And so this should work. In theory. In theory. Hook you up over here. Go ahead and actually upgrade you to an actual footpath. Sorry, I didn't have that selected. Pay for you. Pay for you. There we go. Cool. We'll see what comes of it. We'll see what comes of it. Hopefully we'll see more use of more private use over here. Can you? Yeah. These guys can stop off over here and move along. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get like a gas station or something set up in the area. A lot of these gas stations are pretty large is the thing. That's a bus stop. There we go. That's the gas station. They're pretty big. Pretty big. Funky, even. Drop us down like a little bit further up. Over here. Right behind the school. That's a good spot for a gas station, right? What could possibly go wrong having a gas station near school? Drop you down over here. And then get the larger parking lots right next to you. Like so. Again, you gotta drop your kids off at school and stuff, right? That makes sense to me. Drop you over there. And I wonder if we want to get like a perpendicular parking or something. Nah, I think we're fine. Let's go ahead and get dropped off over here. In theory, kids don't actually get dropped off at school via parking lots, I don't think. Get dropped off over there, and then how do you get down to school? You gotta walk all the way around this thing and then come all the way down over here. It's a long way to go. Seems silly and unintuitive. Go ahead and hook this up over here. Oh, pay for that. Go down over here. Head on over this way. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Cool. Get all these guys built up as well. Batch upgrade those. Beauty. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. We'll see how active these highways end up being. Now, what's the deal up over here? These are still being built, slowly but surely. No workers or mechanisms. Workers or mechanisms. I wonder... You know what I should do is... max these out. Stop telling these people to work up there. Unspecified work destination for at least one of the buildings. And let's go ahead and max out how many people can work at these construction sites. It's funny, we've been at double speed for like I would say 90% of the session today so far. I mean, and still like only making relatively slow progress over here. Again, I'm pleased that these have been built up, but oh, see, this is a part of the problem is that when these mechanisms don't hop on top of a truck to be transported back, that can be a bit of a pain. All right, let's go ahead and upgrade these roads though. You up like so. Over there. Up like that. Pass over this way. Eventually, I think I might building roads is always one thing I hesitate to do, just because like it'd be fun, but it does grind everything to a bit of a halt. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about building some of these roads. Maybe we will. We've built damn near everything involved in the nuclear energy process, right? So not like we've been just paying for everything. But every once in a while, just to hurry things along, I think it does become necessary. Massive construction offices involved. No workers or mechanisms. One worker over here. Maybe during the next work day, more of these people will make their way over. But both of these buildings are topped up now. It's wild. Building without power supply down there. This guy is slowly being built. What's up with this construction office? I know in the past it's had some issues where it like would suddenly stop. To me, it seems like that's what's going on over here again. Because we know we need workers, so why aren't you taking workers over? perfectly good spot where workers are waiting to be taken over. Got choppers that are meant to transport people. So, why don't you? This has plagued us from time to time. This has been an issue from time to time. I know that mechanical components and electronic components can't come from here because we don't have the hookup yet, and that's fine. The passengers, we do have the hookup. What happens if I purchase another MI-10? I can't, right? I don't have room for any more choppers. They have fuel, I believe. They got plenty of fuel. Cancel and reassign. See if that makes a difference. Otherwise, I'll just have to pay for this power plant. Come on now. Still nothing. I don't know, if you know what the issue is over here, then feel free to let me know. This happened a couple times now. Full tank. Passenger chopper. Right? The construction has been assigned. They've got fuel here, so even if it didn't have a full tank, they have access to fuel. And they're supposed to be picking up workers over here, but we've got workers waiting. And we've got fuel here too. So I'm just not sure why we don't get those flights, get the movement. Oh, there's some movement over here finally. That's good. That's good. So I can get some buses up over here. Where are we? Might have to buy some buses. Select blueprint. The IKR 280. Missing steel over here. Probably because of a jam down over here, yes. View around, let's go. What about up over here? Surely we're not missing anything up over here. Yeah, we're backed up on vehicles. Got buses over here, though. What I need to do over here is, I need to get my export starting again. You'll remember we canceled our exports. I might want to get that started again, so some of these vehicles have a home somewhere. Where is the exporting truck? There you are. Load up on vehicles. Good. Get that started again. Let's go ahead and get this bus. Not get just the one. Maybe 2 buses. Maybe even 3. 2 for now. Over to PartyElite? No, sorry. Over to Smolenets. Your first stop is there. We're going to load up on workers. What's the reach from here? Both, okay. Then you're going to go over to here. Why does this bus stop exist? Oh, right, for mines over here. That's why. Going to unload half the workers, let's say. 50%, because the mines need, I think, the most. Actually, there's a lot being serviced over here. Say 70% of the workers. And then you're going to go all the way up to here and drop off the rest of the workers. Yeah. Get you started. And view line detail, rename line to the PartyElite nuclear line. I'm just calling it that for now. If you got a better idea, got a better suggestion, drop it in the comments down below. I will happily adjust the naming over here. But I just want to get the name in so I could easily set the line over here based on the name. PartyElite nuclear line. PartyElite nuclear line. There you go. Boom. Done. Start you off as well. And hopefully, soon enough, we'll have those buses over here. Actually, one second. Realize what I should do is list lines. Where's PartyElite? Custom lines. P. PartyElite nuclear line. That's all up there already. Back over here. There you go. Come on now. What are the chances? There we go. Enjoy the journey. Double speed, yeah, but let's enjoy the journey. Not often we get to come down over here and see everything from the people's perspective. Even if it's in this time-lapse format. And this is basically going from one end of our nation to the other as well, so we get to see basically all of it. From the small town of Brixtonia all the way across to the, like, the future, like the antithesis almost of Brixtonia. Small tunnels over here. Take us past Zavodsk and the construction capabilities of Zavodsk over here. I imagine we're going to take one of those giant bridges. Off we go. Overpass over here. There's a weird little zigzag, fair enough. Over the train. Train's waiting for the fuel. Train, that's not a problem. Around this dirt road over here, it seems. Yeah. We should really upgrade this road sometime soon. It's not very often used, this road. Not just quite yet, though it is used by our construction vehicles, as you can see. So this might be slowing us down more than I'd initially anticipated. Dirt roads are extremely slow. Even slower when it rains. Look at that, though. The nation off in the distance. It's such a... Oh, look at that. It's so cool. It's breathtaking, I guess, as you look over and you see those cooling towers off in the distance. It really is something special. And around over here. Look at that. Look at that. Quick enough on the gravel road. Down this mountain path over here, zigging and zagging. This bus looking like it's going to tip over. By the water. Off we go. Try those twin cooling plants again. Oh, and that reveal. I love this game. I was honestly absolutely wild. Alright, let's make our way over now. I don't think that other bus has already done a full circuit. I want to kind of follow this bus doing at least one round. Making our way over. Sudden pickup in speed, eh? There's that bus. Off you go. We're following this one. Under this massive bridge over here. Those bridges were so fun to build. Alright. What are we looking at? So you gotta go around this way, right? Yep. Gonna pick up workers over here. Just a handful, not too many it looks like. Ooh, or none it looks like actually. Hang on a second, what happened there? Oh, you know what happened here? This is why we do these. Nobody except for workers. Need to make sure that from here, at least half of the people go in here. Or maybe 100% of the people. Cool. Back to ground perspective. So hypothetically, there would be people in this vehicle. We'd make our way over. I'm really curious to see especially the end and how we loop around and come back. Because I think we actually have to use this dirt road on the way back. And on the way too. Where are you going? Why aren't you... Oh, right. Okay. I see why. Okay. That's fine. It's not going to go through a bus stop that it's not been assigned to. Fair enough. So you drop people off over here. You keep going. Up this way. Oh, man. And up over here. That's what janky terrain does to this game. Abilities like floating in the air. Drop more people off, come out this way, loop around, full circle, come down this way. Now what do you do? Down. Of course, there's not much to do over here. The bumpy road is killing me. You go on this dirt road. Why is that? Oh, because that's a one-way as well. We got to go all the way around this way. Under all this construction to loop around. And come back up this way. Wild. Okay. So not the most efficient. And I'm glad we did this trip over here, because that was definitely eye-opening with regards to what we might need to upgrade. So, yeah, they come up over here, they go all the way around. Okay, hold on. First of all. View line detail. First thing you're going to do is actually, I'm going to add this guy, and you're not going to do anything here. There. That should speed this up a little bit, because they'd come up over here instead. Though we're not loading or unloading anybody there right now. We'll stop there for a split second and keep going. Are you carrying anybody? You are. 18 workers. Fantastic. 18 workers. Look. It might just be a handful of workers, but they're the first workers that represent the future of this nation's power. Literally. And metaphorically speaking. That's neat. That's neat. I don't think anybody actually came to the mine here. Or, sorry, that's the storage. The mine over here. Yeah. Soon enough, soon enough. They have no power. We'll have to get, I'm thinking like wind turbines? For starters? Maybe? Look at jamming over here. It's like worse than it was before, eh? This problem only started when we started operating the vehicle export over here because of this train. And it's hurting our employment numbers significantly. A lot of people are employed down over here, so if they keep getting jammed up over here, we're going to get these kinds of problems as that truck goes driving through the vehicle here. Yeah, I'll have to check out what the issue is over here. I was sworn we'd fixed it previously, but clearly not. Might need to change one of these into a chain or something. Fair enough. 500 workers. Another 500 almost back over there. These guys are too synced up now, so we'll need to try and get a bit of more of a buffer. Anyway, what's the highway looking like? We're seeing people driving around? Oh, yes we are. Yes we are. Look at this guy. This guy's driving over. Look at that. Look at that. Fantastic. Where are you going? Down this way? Over this way? Parking over here? Yeah. Parking over here. Fair enough. I'll take it. This guy's going out. Where are you going? Where are you going? Up on the highway? No. What a tease. Oh, this guy. Where's this guy going? Going up on the highway? Come on, buddy. Yes! Love it. Up he goes, up and around. Now, where is he going to go to? We saw him start at this parking lot. Where does he go to? Hang on a second. Find out. Curious. Curious. You keep going over here, you're going to get off over here. You're going to get off over here. But do you stop over here? Or is this like a temp stop, right? Hop in. Nope. Actually went to the theater over here. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I want. I want these people to be able to move around like this. That's great. Okay, fantastic. These choppers. Still not doing anything. Still not doing anything. How do I make you work? Why weren't they working on those? I thought I assigned those to them. I guess not. Any movement right now? There we go. Now we've got movement. But it's all for cargo, I assume. No, now you're picking up people. Well, that's so strange. Oh, I see what it is. It's because without electronic components or mechanical components, there's no point having workers over here. Fair enough. Wait for it. I get it. We need a gas station over here as well. Thought I had one somewhere in the area. I suppose not. Fair enough. Go ahead and build gas station right down over here. Rotate this ever so slightly. Hook you up here. Oh. We're gonna auto build the gas station anyway, so that's okay. And I might want to buy gas for starters, and eventually we'll start bringing in from Petrograd, right? Down there. Get this up and running, right? Gotta make sure more people come through over here. I'm gonna hit soon, right? Soon. There's a lot going on over here. We got some major construction going on over here. We didn't pay for any of this, except for the wind turbine in the back. We didn't pay for any of these houses over here, right? These are all coming through, made by our people, made by our workers and our resources, as it were. And while we didn't get to, while it looks like that smoke, that cloud looks like it's coming out of the power plant, but while we didn't get to get the power plant up and running today, very close, very close. We did get the highway situation sorted, which is nice because I was a little worried about how wasteful this may have been, but it does look like this is working out. We are getting people driving over to work at the ministries over here. A lot of party officials, but no staff. Well, we actually got to get power up over here. I didn't realize these things had already been completely built up. Huh. What do you know? The lighting is this twilight kind of. Sun's just about to set. Like the sun's right on the horizon. You can see these long, dark shadows. It's almost ominous. But this is the Ministry of the Future, I suppose, right? Built just as we enter a new era for the nation. You can see the capital from over here. Of course, you can see Uprisinggrad and like St. Leetsburg and stuff like that. Grand Hospital. You can also see the nuclear power plant from the roof, if you wanted to. Oh man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool spot for our minister's buildings and all that. But hopefully, you know, education is being provided to the masses over here as well. This is really cool. This is a really cool spot. This is a really cool spot. And with the you can still see some of the sunlight, but you've got the street lights turning on and stuff as well. One of my favorite times of day, just in real life as well. But folks, as we yes gaze upon the future of our nation, unfortunately, the future of today's session is well, pretty finite. This is what we're calling it. I hope you all enjoyed this one as we tried to get this all up and running. I had a feeling it'd be impossible because like we had like 100 people living at Small Nets at the beginning of the session. Now we have, oh, would you look at that though? We've what, doubled in size? The city has doubled in size, which is an accomplishment in and of itself, right? I think students who are graduating are automatically being sort of taking up some empty residences over here, so that's all well and good. But it means that we're getting closer and closer to starting the nuclear reactor, as it were. This has all been built up, so we're very close. I think next session, almost certainly, we'll have this up and running. So, you know, maybe not episode 200, but the first episode of the 200s. Work with me here. I know that's not technically right, but work with me here. We'll have the nuclear power plant working. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this session, because I certainly did. I truly and genuinely love Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I want to thank you for your support over the course of these 200 episodes. Again, would not be possible without each and every one of you who've been watching, leaving your likes, leaving your comments, you know, egging me on. It would have stayed a 10 episode mini-series, maybe a 20 episode mini-series, and that would have been it. But the challenge the game continuously provides, the constant updates from the developers, who, I mean, again, those updates are massive, right? They keep me hooked. The fact that y'all are still enjoying and having a good time and sharing that opinion with me really ensures that I keep it going as well. So thank you very much for all that. Thank you very much for your time, for your patience when needed, and for your suggestions, support, advice, whether it pertains to trains or anything else. It's all greatly appreciated, and thank you above everything else for your company, folks. That's episode 200. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time. До свидания.